Tonight I am excited to bring to you a couple more tools that I've found. These are actually off Etsy, and I have bought these and paid for them, so this is not a sponsored video. But I was pretty excited to find this pocket screwdriver adapter for Leatherman Multitools. Now, let me explain to you that when I was an HVAC residential technician, one of the things I was frustrated about the Leatherman Surge is that I would have to work on thermostats, and the Leatherman Surge was very heavy and bulky, and it just wasn't ideal. I needed a removable screwdriver. Well, this right here is actually probably the solution I needed. A little late, but still the solution I needed. So I wanted to pass this info on to you. Now, this right here has two magnetic caps, so you can use it on the front and the back. You can actually store 2 bits in this tool. And the one thing you have to buy is, well, you have to buy the bits, and then you have to use your adapter. So this is actually one I bought off eBay, and for $10 on Amazon, they're around $13. I'll try to leave the Amazon link. And many of you already have these in a bit kit. So this fits down in here like so. And then it has a nice pocket clip. And then what you can do is you can actually add it just like that. And then you can have an extender on your multi-tool if you wish. Now, keep in mind this is a plastic body, so it's not, it won't be as sturdy as obviously the metal. But if you have a screw and you've already worked it loose, you can actually use this as an extender. Then you can also just use it to carry your adapter. And now you have a pocket clip where you can easily have that. Or you can just use it as a standalone, like a thermostat screwdriver. So you don't use it, you know, as an adapter extender. You just put it in your pocket, then take it out and use it. Or maybe there is extremely tight spaces, and then you can actually have a small screwdriver because these are 2 magnets and they help keep that bit in. So that is really neat that this gives you all these extra capabilities. So I'm all about making your multi-tool even more of a multi-tool. So I'm a huge fan of that. It comes in a nice little display box, and it is around, now it doesn't fit that well. Well, maybe, I think I actually just have this turned around. There it is. So it does fit down there with all the accessories in it. So nice little display. They had their logo on here. I don't have that right here, but this is the store. And they sell at least this. That is really neat for Leatherman. I'm not sure if they sell other Leatherman accessories or not. But then they sent some extra parts. They sent an extra pocket clip. They sent extra magnets, all for around $30. Now, again, it doesn't come with this adapter. It doesn't come with the Leatherman bits, but I really, really like this option. I do wish it came in like titanium or aluminum or some form of metal. I think it is just plastic, but still an excellent, excellent idea. Thank you so much to them for doing this. And I think it really enriches the multi-tool community when people use their innovativeness and begin to create. Even if it's not perfect, I'm fine with that. But I really like the innovation. Now, the next product off Etsy is actually from EDC, let's see, EDC Mods FR, I believe it is. They sent this sticker right here. And this is actually thumb tabs. Now, it's becoming increasingly hard to find these for the Charge Leatherman Wave series because I believe these are free to print on the open market if you've got a 3D printer. Now, I do not. I'm increasingly thinking I need one, but I don't really need one, but I would like one. And so, again, this is their logo. So it's mods.fr. So they did a nice job, and you get a pack of 2 of these, and it's somewhere around $15 for 2 of these. Now, probably there might be, again, a free way to print these, but again, because I don't have a 3D printer, I was not planning to do that. So I went ahead and installed this on my Leatherman Wave, and now it opens very nicely, like so. Now, I do have to say, some other people have mentioned this, it does stick out a fair amount, but I have already added all kinds of tools to this, so it's not a huge deal. Now, a lot of people get just the tabs, but I wanted the inserts for the Tritium. Now, I did not get Tritium because that's outrageously expensive. I mean, just about $30 to $60 for a tiny piece about like that is about how much they run. So this is a substitute. So what I will do is I will turn off the one light, and perhaps I will be able to turn off the other light, and hopefully it will show you there. You can see a little bit better how this glows. So this is one of those products where they sold it, I think, in times past and marketed it as Tritium, and it is not. It is actually some other chemical that reacts with light. It's basically a fancy glow-in-the-dark tube, and it is tiny. And those actually I got off eBay for about $4. So they're very cheap, but they only last on a fairly bright brightness for about 20 minutes if you charge them off like a bright flashlight or a bulb. And some people have said they do last up to maybe 2-3 hours, but I think they would be very low light if they made it that long. But it's pretty neat to have a glow in the dark nevertheless, and I like to have that option for the insert on my Leatherman Wave tab, but it does make it a little bit bulky. Now, the last mod or the last option I got off Etsy is actually this bit, and I've already mentioned this in another video, but I did find this on Etsy. This is actually taking your Leatherman bit, and then you can use the micro driver, and now this actually fits, well, if I can get it to fit back in, there we go, fits back in like so, keeps it in place, and well, it did keep it in place. Let's see here. I've held it, there we go, and this also fits in the bit kit, the Leatherman bit kit as well. So pretty big fan of this as well. I like having different accessories, different ways to store your bits, and it worked out pretty good. Now, a question I probably will get asked is, can you use these thumb tabs on the Multiforce or similar multi-tools, the Felissa or the Byberry? And the question is no and yes. So, as it is, no. It does not work. It's a little bit too long, but if you trim this part right here, I think, yes, it will work. And that's what I actually plan to do, is trim it back. I only plan to have one knife on the outside of my Leatherman Wave, so I plan to use this actually on a, well, not a Multiforce, but one of the Leatherman Wave clone brands, and I think it should work pretty good. All right, hope you've enjoyed this. Definitely recommend you check this out, and there's many other good Leatherman mods on Etsy. They've got a fantastic looking skeletal hammer, but it's like $70. Maybe in the future I'll pick it up, but there's so much to look at on Etsy. If you don't want to spend any money, don't go there. All right, I'll see you in the next video.